Okay, so this is Chapter 5b, review number 5. And in this one, they say if f of 3 equals 0, then find all of the zeros of that cubic function. Now, really, to find the zeros, you just set the thing equal to 0, and then see if you can solve for all the x's that make it 0. Now, in this one, you could actually solve this one just by factoring out this and factoring out that. Factor out a -9 from there and an x from there, and factor by grouping will work for this problem. But that's not what the problem is looking for, and odds are, if I give you something like this, it won't be that easy to do. So the idea is, if f of 3 equals 0, you might remember when you do synthetic division, or there's something called synthetic substitution. And that means that in order to figure out what f of 3 is, you put the 3 right there, and then the coefficients of f go here. 1, -1, -9, 9. And then as you work it out, this final number you get over here is the actual value of f of 3, which in this case is 0. So that ought to be 0 when we work this out. So let's see. If I bring this down, that's a 1, and then I multiply, I get 3, and then I add down, and I get 2, and I multiply, so I get 6. And I add down, and I get -3, and I multiply, I get -9, and I add down, and I get 0. Now, synthetic division really works two ways. One way is to figure out that f of 3 is 0. The other thing is that this is the same exact process as if I said, well, what's x cubed minus 1x squared minus 9x plus 9 divided by x minus 3? And this part is the answer with that remainder. So this equals x squared, 1x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay? So really what this thing turns into is I can factor this guy, f of x. If I factored it, it would turn into x minus 3, because I know that 3 essentially factors into it. And then I've got x squared plus 2x minus 3, the leftover right here. And you can kind of look at it from here. I could just multiply this over, and you get the same thing on this side here. Well, x squared plus 2x minus 3 also factors. So that is going to be, let's see, what's that turn into? X and x. One's got to be a plus, one's got to be a minus. And the plus one has to be 3, and the minus one has to be 1. You could also get this by doing that, split the middle term thing. Okay, well, we want the zeros. So the zeros are when f is 0. And then you just set each one equal to 0. So x minus 3 equals 0, or x plus 3 equals 0, or x minus 1 equals 0. And so in this case, I get the 3. In this case, I get the -3. And in this case, I get 1. And so there are my answers. 3, -3, and 1. Those are called the zeros of f, because if I plugged in any of these 3 into x, for x, f of x would end up being 0. Okay, hope that helps a little bit.